Today, what I'll be discussing is about a brief summary of what the Karsa is, because me, at a very young age, I didn't understand it. And so it is my duty now, my responsibility to direct this information towards you guys, for you guys to now understand and learn what the Karsa is all about. Why do we isolate ourselves within our house, within our homes, and why do we keep away for about 2 days, let's say. So I'll just give you a brief summary. These are the points that I'll be saying today, was the points that I discussed yesterday during the Karsa, during me and my father's life. So for the people that missed out, this is a brief summary. So first things first, let's be logical about it. Let's approach the question with logic. Let's first discover what Karsa means. Let's go to the Mandaean word, Keshu Zehli. In specific terms, the whole entire event is called Nowruz Rabba. This is the whole entire event. It consists of the Keshu Zehli, which is the day, the first day, and then the 2 nights, which is the Karsa. So the Karsa, or the Keshu Zehli, essentially derives from 2 words, Kenshi, meaning gathering, and then Zehli, meaning purification or pure. And so we need to consider that it is a gathering event where everyone within our families come together under one, let's say, hand, and then sit together under the purification of themselves being pure, heart, mind, body, soul, everything for these 36 hours. Now, the text or the points that I'll be discussing today will be derived from Al-Trasa, the 12,000 books, questions and answers, also from the Ginza, and also from another D1. These are just brief summaries, brief points that we've gathered, because once you want to really understand something in the bigger picture, you must gather all your resources, all the points that are available. And so once you gather all these bits of information, then you could draw up the bigger picture. And so, in the head of all days, this is the head of all days, this is a new year, this is new beginning. And so, why is it a new beginning? Because of 2 creations, mainly only one. Mainly the first and important one, which was Mana Rabba Kabira, the great mind, and the first one. And so from that we can derive how powerful this event is by having, sorry, I thought that was a question. Anyways, we can derive how important this event is by keep in mind with a powerful and lightful creation, there can also be a counter reaction, because according to Newton's law, every reaction has an equal and opposite reaction. And so when the worlds of light made this creation, when this creation was made, the ruha, the evil spirits, the dark energies of this universe became angry. Say, how does the world of light become more successful, more brighter, more powerful? And so what Ruha did, she wanted to attack, but despite all of the evil's anger and all of the evil's bad energy, they cannot reach the line of the beginning of the worlds of light. They cannot. It's impossible for them to reach it. And so what they did instead was they pour all their curses, they pour all their negative energy into this world. More specifically, where? In the Yardana. Now let's discuss a part of the Ginza. A part of the Ginza, it says, be careful. Mendati says, be careful, my true believers, the true believers of Mendati. He warns us of all these evil spirits during these hours, because they emerge with power. They can contaminate us in an instant without us knowing. And so with this spiritual contamination, it can go into our mental, and then from the mental it goes to the physical. And so I'll be discussing how that manifests itself and what that essentially bad energy is. But in the Yardana, Now, let's discuss why we cannot go outside and touch everything. So, the ruha, or the bad spirits, or the evil in this universe, with its hatred, put it into the Yardana during these hours, these spiritual 36 hours. It says 36, but depending from season to season, country to country, it varies. For us, we calculated it as 7.5 hours. Let's say it's 38. 38 hours just to be safe. But for other countries, because they have summer, it's 36. So, the Yardana, let's go back to that point. Can we argue, or can we agree that everything has the elements, either hydrogen or oxygen? Yes. H2O, that's water, that is the Yardana. Everything has some kind of makeup of water. Some kind of makeup of water, even though if it's the humidity that touches the skin. And so that's why we cannot go outside. That's why we cannot interact with the external environment of this world, because everything has been contaminated. And so with this contamination, it can go into us if we are not cautious, if we do not keep steadfast. There's only one, but that's the whole entire point. Everything has its ideas. That's why when you hear 50, 60, 70, every single equation has its purpose, has its point. And so, from the Kashf Zahiri, it also says the 36 hours, but the point we discussed is we cannot go into the external environment during these hours. And keep in mind, these are spiritual hours that turn and manifest itself into physical hours. And that includes things that we cannot touch. The things that we cannot touch includes all the crops, all the animals, everything. Everything that I perceive to have a soul. Because I can argue that a plant can have a soul. Because it says in the Muth Kushta, it says a plant, a tree has its specific derivative into the Dumuth Kushta. One tree has itself. We have our counterpart in Dumuth Kushta. The tree has it has a soul, but the chair derived from the tree does not. And so we can then understand that anything that is to do with water and everything to do with a solely living organism or life, we cannot touch. And so these are the 2 points that are very crucial. And so these spiritual hours then end. Before they end, he also says the individuals who adhere to these teachings will be a part of my share, the father of all the Uthrians. And so that blessing of getting the father of the Uthrians beside you is very, very important and very beneficial to our lives to live successfully. And so from Nowruz Rabba, it ends during 36 hours, like today, this morning. We wake up, we do the tamasha again, and then we go say hello to everyone else. But starting from yesterday, 7 days continue, and then what event happens? Nowruz Zuta. From Nowruz Zuta, it is essentially Eid Shushiyan. People say it some kind of other way, but it's Eid Shushiyan. This is essentially the process of making the Kalila. Sorry. The process of making the Kalila. So with the Tirmidhi and the clergymen, go outside, gather the plants, cleanse it, purify their hands as well, and then count the blessing, and then make it into a Kalila. And keep in mind, this Kalila, where is it derived from? Spiritually. We are talking about spiritually. It is derived from his garden. Whose garden? The Abu of the Uthrians. So this Kalila becomes like a talisman. It's a protective. It protects your household. And he also specifies, because in these 7 days, the secrets were formed, and they represent 12 months. And the 12 months for the body belong to me, the Abu of the Uthrians, because the Nishimta and the Kalila are like the heart, and the house, which is Hilbon in Mandaean, is the body. So everything has its purpose in this world. Everything. Even to a simple mistake, like how my father right now, during reading the Butha, we all have our mistakes, but keep in mind, we can also take a part of that little life experience moment and say, and connect it to our lives. Our lives didn't start perfect, but we can end it with greatness. We can end it with success. It's all up to you guys, and it's all up to your belief. And keep in mind, whatever you think up in your minds, whatever you use logic, wherever you think, it will become into your reality, because you have the power to control your life. You have the power to perceive your life, because that's the only thing you can control. No people, you know nothing. That's the only thing you can control in your life. Thank you very much, and I hope you guys have a blessed Karsa. Thank you.